Do you know which spice is revolutionizing natural medicine all around the world? Turmeric. That intensely golden yellow root you have probably seen at the supermarket without ever paying attention to it. But what you do not know is that inside that golden color hides one of the most powerful natural anti-inflammatories that exists. Curcumin, its active compound, has been studied in more than 10,000 scientific research papers. While you are buying expensive painkillers at the pharmacy, you are ignoring a 1,000-year-old root that could relieve your pain naturally. And what is most surprising is that Asian cultures have been using it for more than 4,000 years. In India, turmeric is not just a spice, it is a sacred medicine. The masters of Ayurveda used it to treat inflammation, joint pain, digestive problems, and skin diseases. But for years, modern science ignored it. Until now, because recent studies confirm what tradition already knew. Do you wake up with stiff and painful joints? Do you suffer from chronic inflammation or heavy digestion? This video is for you because today I am going to reveal what turmeric tea is really good for, which diseases it can help control, how to prepare it correctly because there is a specific way to do it, and the warnings you need to know before consuming it. I am Dr. Daniel Foster, and my commitment is to teach you how to use natural medicine with responsibility and scientific evidence. I am not going to exaggerate anything. I am going to tell you exactly what works, what does not work, and how to use it safely. But before we begin, subscribe to the channel if you have not done so yet, and leave me a comment. Have you ever used turmeric? Your experience can help thousands of people watching this video. If you know someone suffering from chronic pain or arthritis, share this video with them right now. Now get ready because what you discover today can transform your health. Turmeric, whose scientific name is Curcuma longa, is a root that belongs to the same family as ginger. On the outside, it has a brown skin, but when you cut it, it reveals that intense golden orange color that defines it. It measures between 5 and 10 centimeters. It has the shape of a knotty finger, and most people only know it as yellow curry powder. But that barely scratches the surface because inside that root is concentrated the most studied compound in modern natural medicine, curcumin. This polyphenol represents between 2 and 5% of the weight of turmeric and is responsible for practically all of its medicinal benefits: anti-inflammatory, antioxidant, anti-cancer, neuroprotective, and cardioprotective properties. Did you know that a study published in the Journal of the American Chemical Society identified more than 100 different bioactive compounds in turmeric? Many of them have proven therapeutic effects in laboratory settings and in clinical studies with humans. Ancient history. In India, turmeric has been used for more than 4,000 years. Ancient Ayurvedic texts dating back to 1,500 years before Christ already documented its medicinal use. Vedic healers called it Haridra in Sanskrit. They used it to treat wounds, infections, respiratory problems, joint pain, liver diseases, and digestive problems. In traditional Chinese medicine, it also has more than 2,000 years of history. It is called jianghuang and is used to circulate qi, eliminate blood stagnation, and relieve pain. In Thailand, Indonesia, and throughout Southeast Asia, turmeric is not just a food, it is a daily medicine. What does it contain scientifically? Turmeric is rich in curcumin, which is the star compound, in methoxycurcumin and bisdemethoxycurcumin, in essential oils such as turmerone, atlanthone, and zingiberine, in B-complex vitamins including B6, vitamin C, and vitamin E, in minerals such as iron, potassium, magnesium, and manganese, and in dietary fiber, An impressive figure, the journal Molecular Nutrition and Food Research published that curcumin has more than 150 potential therapeutic activities, from anti-inflammatory effects comparable to ibuprofen all the way to properties that may help with neurodegenerative diseases. But here is what is important. Not all ways of consuming turmeric are equally effective. In fact, if you consume it the wrong way, your body will barely absorb any of its benefits. That is why it is absolutely essential that you learn how to prepare it correctly. Before we continue, if you are enjoying this information, hit the like button on the video and tell me in the comments, in your family, did you already know about this use of turmeric? Now let us get to what everyone is waiting for. Turmeric tea is not just a 1,000-year-old tradition. Modern science supports several of its ancestral uses with rigorous studies. Here are the most important benefits based on real research and available clinical evidence. Benefit number 1. Natural anti-inflammatory, extremely powerful. This is the most studied and most impressive benefit of turmeric. Chronic inflammation is the root of almost all modern diseases. Arthritis, diabetes, heart disease, cancer, Alzheimer's. They all share one common denominator: uncontrolled inflammation. Curcumin blocks inflammatory molecules at the cellular level. More specifically, it inhibits nuclear factor kappa B, which is the master switch of inflammation in your body. Concrete benefits for you: it relieves joint pain and stiffness caused by rheumatoid arthritis and osteoarthritis. It reduces muscle inflammation after exercise. It helps with inflammatory bowel diseases such as ulcerative colitis and Crohn's disease. It soothes gastritis and stomach inflammation. It reduces pain in tendons and ligaments. A study published in Phytotherapy Research compared curcumin with anti-inflammatory medications. Curcumin was just as effective as some medications, but without the gastrointestinal side effects. Benefit number 2: antioxidant more powerful than many vitamins. Free radicals are unstable molecules that damage your cells, accelerate aging, and cause chronic diseases. Curcumin not only directly neutralizes free radicals, but also stimulates the antioxidant enzymes in your own body. It is a double effect. What does this mean for you? It protects your skin from premature aging. It prevents wrinkles and age spots. It reduces cellular damage that can lead to cancer. It strengthens your immune system. It protects your brain against cognitive decline. Benefit number 3: protects and improves heart health. Cardiovascular diseases are the leading cause of death in the world, and turmeric can help on several fronts. Curcumin improves the function of the endothelium, which is the lining of your blood vessels. When this lining malfunctions, plaques form, pressure increases, and the risk of heart attack grows. Specific benefits: it reduces LDL cholesterol, the bad one. It increases HDL cholesterol, the good one. It lowers triglycerides in the blood. It prevents the oxidation of cholesterol that causes plaques in the arteries. It reduces high blood pressure. A study on patients about to undergo coronary bypass surgery showed that taking curcumin reduced the risk of post-operative heart attack by more than 65%. Benefit number 4: relieves joint pain naturally. If you suffer from arthritis, osteoarthritis, or chronic joint pain, this is going to interest you greatly. Several clinical studies have shown that curcumin is just as effective as some conventional painkillers. A clinical trial published in the Journal of Medicinal Food compared curcumin with diclofenac, a common anti-inflammatory medication. Patients with rheumatoid arthritis who took curcumin achieved the same improvement in pain and inflammation. What can it do for you? It reduces pain in the knees, hips, and hands. It improves joint mobility. It decreases morning stiffness. It allows you to reduce painkiller doses under medical supervision. Benefit number 5: improves digestion and protects your stomach. Turmeric has been used for centuries for digestive problems, and science confirms why it works. Curcumin stimulates the production of bile, which is essential for digesting fats. It also protects the gastric lining and reduces intestinal inflammation. Concrete benefits: it relieves indigestion and the feeling of heaviness after meals. It reduces gas and abdominal bloating. It helps with irritable bowel syndrome. It protects against gastric ulcers. It improves symptoms of colitis. It stimulates healthy bowel movement. Benefit number 6: can help prevent and fight cancer. This is one of the most studied and most promising benefits. More than 2,000 studies have examined the effect of curcumin on cancer cells. The results are impressive. Curcumin can affect the growth, development, and spread of cancer at the molecular level. Important: I am not saying that turmeric cures cancer, but there's evidence that it can help prevent certain types of cancer, particularly those of the digestive system. Benefit number 7: protects your brain and improves memory. Did you know that in India, where turmeric is consumed daily, the incidence of Alzheimer's is one of the lowest in the world? That is not a coincidence. Curcumin crosses the blood-brain barrier and has direct neuroprotective effects. Benefits for your brain: it reduces brain inflammation. It prevents the accumulation of amyloid plaques that cause Alzheimer's. It improves memory and cognitive function. It may help in cases of depression. Benefit number 8: helps regulate blood sugar. If you have prediabetes or type 2 diabetes, turmeric can be your ally. Curcumin improves insulin sensitivity, reduces insulin resistance, and lowers blood glucose levels. A 9-month study on people with prediabetes showed that none of those who took curcumin went on to develop diabetes. Benefit number 9: strengthens your immune system. Curcumin is an immunomodulator. It helps you fight viral and bacterial infections more quickly. It reduces the frequency of colds and flu. It helps with autoimmune diseases. It speeds up recovery after illness. Which of these benefits interests you most? Tell me in the comments. And if you know someone suffering from chronic pain, arthritis, or digestive problems, share this video with them right now. And if you have not subscribed yet, do it now, because what follows is how to prepare the tea correctly to increase its absorption by up to 2,000%. Here now is the most important part: how to prepare it correctly, because you cannot simply boil turmeric powder and call it done. If you do it wrong, your body will barely absorb any of its benefits. The problem is that curcumin has very low bioavailability. That means your intestine does not absorb it well. In fact, if you take turmeric alone, you absorb only about 1% of it. But if you do it correctly with the right ingredients, you can increase its absorption by up to 2,000%. So take note, because I'm going to explain step by step how I prepare it and how I recommend it to my patients. What you need is very simple. 1 teaspoon of turmeric powder or 3 centimeters of fresh grated root, half a liter of clean water, a pinch of ground black pepper. This is crucial for absorption. 1 teaspoon of coconut oil or olive oil, also essential. And if you want to improve the taste, 1 cinnamon stick, 1 centimeter of fresh grated ginger, the juice of half a lemon, and natural honey, optional if you are not diabetic. Step-by-step preparation. Step 1. Boil the water. Put the half liter of water in a saucepan and bring it to a boil. High heat until bubbles appear. Step 2. Reduce the heat and add the turmeric. When the water is boiling, reduce to medium heat. If you are using turmeric powder, add 1 teaspoon. If you are using the fresh root, grate about 3 centimeters and add it. Step 3. Add the black pepper. This is the secret that multiplies absorption. Add a generous pinch of freshly ground black pepper. Why? Because piperine, the active compound in pepper, increases the bioavailability of curcumin by up to 2000%. Without pepper, you are wasting the majority of the benefits. Step 4. Add a healthy fat. Curcumin is fat soluble, meaning it needs fat to be absorbed. Add 1 teaspoon of coconut oil, which also has antimicrobial properties, or extra virgin olive oil. This step is essential. Step 5. Add the optional boosters. If you have cinnamon, add it now. Cinnamon enhances the anti-inflammatory effect and improves the taste. If you have fresh ginger, grate it and add it. Ginger perfectly complements the effects of turmeric. Step 6. Cook for 15 minutes. Let everything simmer on medium heat for 15 minutes. You will see the water take on an intense golden yellow color. That color tells you that the curcumin is being released. Step 7. Turn off the heat, cover and let it rest. After the 15 minutes, turn off the heat, cover the saucepan with a lid. Let it rest for another 5 minutes. This step allows the compounds to concentrate even further. Step 8. Strain and improve the taste. Strain the tea through a fine strainer. The taste of turmeric is earthy and slightly bitter, but you can improve it. Squeeze the juice of half a lemon. The vitamin C in the lemon also helps preserve the curcumin. If needed, add 1 teaspoon of natural honey. When and how to take it? It depends on what you need. For joint pain and inflammation, 1 cup on an empty stomach every morning. For digestive problems, half a cup after main meals. To strengthen the immune system, 1 cup per day for 2 weeks, then 1 week off. For general prevention, 3 to 4 times per week. Dosage. This is very important. Maximum 2 cups per day. Do not take it for more than 5 consecutive days without a break. Every 3 weeks of use, take 1 full week off. Never take it every single day for months without stopping. Practical tip, you can store it in the refrigerator in a closed glass jar for up to 3 days. Reheat only the portion you are going to drink. Advanced option, golden milk. This is the traditional Indian way. Instead of water, use coconut milk or almond milk. Heat the milk. Add the turmeric, pepper, cinnamon and ginger. Do not boil it. This is particularly good to take before bed. Now tell me, do you already have turmeric at home? Are you going to try the tea or do you prefer the golden milk? Write it in the comments. And if this video is useful to you, hit the like button right now. But before you rush off to prepare your tea, you need to listen to what comes next because there are people who should not take it. Do not skip this part. As a doctor, this is the most important part of the video because although turmeric has many benefits, it also carries risks if used incorrectly. Listen carefully. Who should not take turmeric tea? Turmeric. First, pregnant or breastfeeding women. Turmeric at medicinal doses can stimulate the uterus and cause contractions. It can also pass into breast milk. If you are pregnant or breastfeeding, do not take it. Second, people with gallstones or gallbladder problems. Turmeric stimulates the production of bile. If you have gallstones, it can trigger a severe biliary colic or a blockage of the bile duct. If you have a history of gallbladder problems, avoid turmeric. Third, people with clotting disorders or taking blood thinners. Turmeric has a natural anticoagulant effect. If you take warfarin, aspirin, clopidogrel, or any other blood thinner, turmeric can dangerously increase the risk of bleeding. Consult your doctor first. Fourth, people about to have surgery. For the same reason mentioned above, you must stop taking turmeric at least 2 weeks before any scheduled surgery. Otherwise, you risk bleeding excessively during the operation. Fifth, people with iron deficiency. Turmeric can interfere with iron absorption. If you have iron deficiency anemia, it is not recommended to take it regularly. Sixth, people suffering from severe gastroesophageal reflux. In some people, turmeric can worsen reflux and stomach acidity. If you have reflux, start with very small doses. Drug interactions, very important. If you are taking any of these medications, consult your doctor before using turmeric. Blood thinners, such as warfarin or aspirin, it can increase the risk of bleeding. Diabetes medications, such as metformin or insulin, it can lower blood sugar too much. Medications that reduce stomach acid, such as omeprazole, turmeric can counteract their effect. Chemotherapy medications, it can interfere with some of them. Always consult your oncologist. Side effects from excessive consumption. If you overuse the tea, you may experience stomach discomfort, nausea, diarrhea, abdominal pain, heartburn and reflux, dizziness or headaches. And in extreme cases with very high doses, liver damage. Important scientific note. Although there are thousands of studies on turmeric, many have been conducted on concentrated curcumin extracts, not on traditional tea. That is why my recommendation as a doctor is to use it in moderation. Do not think of it as a medication, but as a supplement. Consider it as part of a healthy lifestyle and always under medical supervision if you have pre-existing conditions. Golden rule. Natural does not mean harmless. If after taking the tea you experience persistent stomach discomfort, nausea or vomiting, skin spots, unusual bleeding, or any other strange symptom, stop immediately and see your doctor. Are you taking any of the medications I mentioned? Leave it in the comments and I will answer your questions. And please, share this video. These warnings can prevent serious problems. Look at what you have just discovered. A golden root that for more than 4,000 years has been a sacred medicine in India with curcumin, one of the most powerful anti-inflammatory and antioxidant compounds in nature, with more than 10,000 scientific studies supporting its benefits for your heart, your joints, your digestion, and your brain, with a 1,000-year history of healing and a modern science that confirms its power. But as a doctor, I also told you the truth. It is not a miracle remedy. It does not replace medical treatments. It must be used with moderation and caution. Not everyone can take it, and that is exactly what separates serious natural medicine from quackery. I am not going to promise you miracles. I am going to give you real, evidence-based, and above all safe information, because your health is what matters most. Turmeric is just one example of what nature can offer us when we use it wisely. You do not need expensive formulas or imported products. Sometimes what is most powerful can be found in that golden root you can find at any market. Now tell me, are you going to start drinking turmeric tea? For which health problem are you going to use it? Do you know someone who could benefit from it? Leave it in the comments. I always read them. And if this video helped you, hit the like button right now. That helps me continue creating quality content for people like you who are looking for natural and reliable alternatives. 3 things before you go. First, subscribe to the channel if you have not done so yet and turn on the bell. Second, share this video with someone who suffers from chronic pain or inflammation. Third, comment below so I know it was useful to you. And if you enjoyed this video on turmeric, do not miss my video on ginger, because by combining both remedies, you can amplify the anti-inflammatory benefits even further. The link is on the screen right now. Thank you for trusting me. Thank you for taking care of your health responsibly, and thank you for being part of this community that grows every day. See you in the next video, and remember, the next time you see turmeric at the market, think twice. It could be exactly the remedy you were looking for.